And one more thing I have to mention before we do get into the main video is consider subscribing to the membership, which is going to be on YouTube and Patreon. It's just a way to kind of help fund these suppressor videos that I'll be doing. Granted, they aren't DB rated and stuff like that, but I'm definitely doing my best to give you unbiased reviews and my honest opinions with, you know, the few hosts I do have. So truly, if you guys do want to support me in that way, I would obviously definitely appreciate it. However, if you don't, this content is always free. So besides that, thank you guys so much. Consider subscribing, liking the video, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Let's get into the main video. Alright, hey guys, so I obviously did the LAHAR-30K a while back ago, I think like 3 weeks ago. So now we're just going to be back. It's also going to be dark pretty soon, so I wanted to kind of show that, how it looks in the basically nighttime, how that flash end cap kind of does. So just going to shoot a few rounds and then we'll just talk about it more once we get back. But I wanted you guys to just kind of see it and see how it performs kind of if you planned on shooting at night or using white light and just shooting in the night. So, all right, here we go. All right, guys, this is how it sounds, the LAHAR-30 on the GoPro. Oh, and it's recording on that? God, I look stupid, but I guess just ignore it. All right, ready? Mm-hmm. As you can probably tell in the title, we are going to be talking about the LAHAR-30, the regular size. I see Aero Precision did have a sale, or I believe a free tax stamp that happened about 2 weeks ago, and it seems of just today that the LAHAR-30K and the regular 30 are completely out of stock. So that's pretty cool that Aero's kind of getting some of their affordable cans out there to the market. I did do a pretty in-depth review of the LAHAR-30K. I'll put the little card here. I'm definitely going to skip the specs and stuff on the regular LAHAR-30 just because I feel like you can find that information very easily and people just probably want to hear how it sounds, so I will be skipping that. But I guess a disclaimer is I don't have any fancy equipment to test DVs and stuff like this. This is just to the ear of me, and I've kind of filmed using 2 different hosts so you can kind of gauge the difference. And just I used a GoPro as well for some of the footage you'll be seeing, just to so you can gauge how it sounds. Yeah, so anyway, the camera and the GoPro will kind of reduce the sound, but I still wanted to give you guys another way to kind of hear how it sounds to the best of my ability, obviously. One thing I have to mention, 2 more things I have to mention quickly before we do get into the video is, first, I am a dealer for Aero Precision, so just know that I got these at dealer cost and paid with it with my own money, of course, though. And Aero doesn't expect anything in return and stuff like that. Just wanted to put that out there as a disclaimer. And then second, if you do intend shooting these in 5.56, you will have to buy the direct thread, which is 1.5 by 28. Since they are 30 cal cans, of course, the standard is just, you know, you get the 5/8 by 24 direct thread included in each box. I got 2 of them, so I got 1 in each. I've been told, I guess, that you can pick and choose, but when I talked to my Aero rep specifically, he told me I had to purchase one, which was kind of a bummer, but you know, it is what it is. So just so you know, one thing I do have to mention about the direct thread is there has been absolutely 0 walk-off. I know when Aero Precision released a video about it a while back ago that they noticed that there's been a little bit walking off with the direct thread, and I can say that the direct thread does a really great job going into the LAHAR, and there's no walk off, or like I don't have to tighten it again when I am shooting it on my 12.5. So I think the direct thread here is pretty good. I've put overall around 500 rounds through the direct thread, and obviously alternating between the LAHAR-30 and the K-Can. Now that I got my Form 1 approved, I've definitely been using the regular LAHAR just because I enjoyed that extra little bit of suppression on the 12.5. So that's something I wanted to note. I will show you that it's kind of beat up there. I really do like the welds too. There's some other welds out there that look a little bit sloppy, but I'm very impressed with how the welds look and the beads kind of turned out on the LAHAR. It is scratched to shit pretty quick, and I think that is the one thing I mentioned in that regular LAHAR-30K video, was that the Cerakote is just rather poor on these K-Cans, which is kind of a shame, just because, you know, you do pay this money, and like obviously when you do wait whatever you have to wait to get one, it's just kind of a bummer that they peel off relatively easy. I know they're, you know, this is a used item, so obviously there's going to be scratches and stuff, but I mean the very first day when I was just messing with this, with the torque wrench here, trying to put the direct thread on there and messing it, I already like scratched it all up, which, you know, it is what it is, of course, but that is just like me being kind of nitpicky. Overall though, I'm very impressed with how it sounds, and I think that's what I'm just going to dedicate kind of the rest of this video, is just different. I mean, I only have 2 hosts, so I hope this helps someone, but on a 556, it's good to go. I didn't notice it being too gassy. I did run my 12.5 with a non-adjustable gas block, and I think it was shooting at the 2 o'clock position with the regular LAHAR-30, and then I did add a adjustable gas block, and I just tuned it enough where it's shooting at that 330 position. So to me, I'm not really noticing a lot of back pressure, or so. You know, the way this works on my firearm might not work identically to how it works. It would work with yours, so that's just something I wanted to point out. But yeah, I've definitely been extremely impressed. I think Aero Precision is going to be releasing front caps for these. The reason that I say that is because they're removable, which I didn't know at the time because no one ever told me. And one day I was shooting and shooting and shooting, and I noticed the front cap kind of loosened a little bit. And yeah, so I think they might be working on a 5.56 front cap. You know, Aero hasn't confirmed or denied, or my rep hasn't told me anything, but if I could speculate, that would be one of my speculations, that they might be working on a front cap. So yeah, if I missed anything, feel free to ask. I do a pretty good job with responding to questions if you do ask on YouTube. So yeah, besides that, thank you guys so much for watching. Alright guys, this is how it sounds, the LAHAR-30 on the GoPro. Oh, and it's recording on that? God, I look stupid. But I guess just ignore it. Alright, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she's pretty warm, pretty quick.